Exomologiste to Kyrio te agathos, alleluia.
Otis ton neona to eleos aftu, alleluia.
I want to talk very briefly about the divisions that have been appearing here on the cameras at Speaker's Corner. Thank you. There's three kinds of divisions that you're seeing here at Speaker's Corner. The first kind of division is between Christians and non-Christians. Let me be clear, and I will keep saying this, those that teach modalism are not Christian. There is no division in the church when a Christian challenges a modalist, ladies and gentlemen. And so when we challenge Ash, and when we challenge Jude, and when we challenge Orlando, we're not challenging Christians, we're challenging non-Christians in the same way that we might challenge agnostics, or atheists, or Muslims, or Jews, or anyone else in the park like communists. Now, the second division that you're seeing in the park is the sectarian division.
Sectarians.
I want to be clear.
Yeah.
Everyone who's a sectarian, like the old fart that decided to stop me getting in front of my own cameras, like, for instance, the good lady behind us who's been shouting about Catholics, or like Arul, or like Amy or Jono, they are Christian, but they are sectarian. And what's the difference between the ecumenical Christians and the sectarian Christians is ecumenical Christians believe in working together. I would be willing to work with any of the sectarians if they were willing to work with me. I've never once approached the old fart. I've never once approached Amy or Jono, and I wouldn't bother approaching the old lady behind the cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not interested in tackling them. They're interested in tackling me. They are the ones bringing the division to the camera, ladies and gentlemen. The third kind of division is personal ones, personal beefs, where it is about personal clashes of personality, which feeds into some of the sectarianism. So I have an issue with Arul because in 2023 and in 2024 he released videos against me, attacking me, saying that I was a heretic, saying that I wasn't a Christian, and as well as in private communication attacking other Christians, and I just didn't want to work with him for that reason. So there are three kinds of division that you're seeing at the corner. If you're a sectarian, feel free to unsubscribe. We don't want your views. We don't want your comments. We don't want your money. Go away. Go and join the sectarian channels. If you're an ecumenical and you know that it is a biblical injunction to build up the unity of the church, and you know that it is a biblical injunction for Christians to love and serve one another, and in that unity evangelize the lost, then you are welcome to work with me and any other of the ecumenical Christians operating in the park, and you're wanted on these channels, ladies and gentlemen. Any questions on that topic? Any other questions on that topic going once? Yeah.
Just a quick question. I'm a bit confused about I know there's been a bit of dispute between, I should say, comes under sectarianism.
Yeah.
Ethno-nationalism and Christianity.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say this clearly. Ethno-nationalism is not compatible with Christianity. If your God is your race, then your God is not Jesus Christ. If you think that harming or sacrificing the church for the benefit of your ethnicity is better politics than building up the church, even if it works against your ethnicity, your God is not Jesus Christ, or you are very misled about how to live out the Christian life. Christian nationalism has nothing to do with ethno-nationalism. Why? Because the church is a holy nation, a royal priesthood, a people set apart that seeks to serve the Lord. It is a nation born of sacraments, not of blood and bodin, not of blood and soil, but rather of the spirit of baptism, of communion, of marriages, interracial marriages, and the uniting of different tribes in the covenant of Jesus Christ. Any other questions on Christianity? Going once, going twice, going 3 times.
What's the difference between the Islamic God and the Christian God?
Okay. The difference between the God of Islam and the God of Christianity is that the God of Christianity is the true monotheism. It is the true God of Israel, known by all the prophets and worshipped by all the prophets from Moses to Jesus. He is a God of love, a tri-personal God, a God that can enter into his creation, a God that rescues us from our sin by establishing his kingdom. The God of Islam is a unipersonal God that is distant, unknown by the prophets of Israel, unworshipped by Moses to Jesus, not known to them by name or by the character of worship, that does not enter into creation, that does not relate to his people directly, but only sends viceroys, of which we can only identify one authentic viceroy that represents him, a 7th century Bedouin warlord called Muhammad. And this God is not saving us from our sin, ladies and gentlemen. He simply commands our obedience and punishes us for failing and rewards us for succeeding, ladies and gentlemen.